Here's a stupid video. Pinch welds are sometimes a scam. I have to put that word sometimes because all I know for sure. It's taken me years. Many videos on the dumbness of the pinch weld jack spot locations, engineering design, and all these things, figuring it out. Looking on Google, no one describes anything to a T. No one answers the questions directly, etc., etc., etc. Many years to find my way to work through people, etc., to find out finally. And I'm a quick learner when something's that's said in a logical way. Quick enough anyway, but it turns out that pinch welds in my car is a scam. I made special attachments to lift the car up by the center of the back two wheels. I designed ways to pick the car up and put it on rocks, which is difficult without doing it by the pinch welds. Locating the spot of the pinch welds, all this stuff, everything wrong. And finally, 1,000 years later, I found out that in my particular car, which is some years of Impala, like 12 and 13, and amongst other years, it's a unibody, in which case the entire so-called rocker panel that the pinch weld is attached to doesn't exist. The place that the pinch weld might be attached to doesn't exist. The whole thing is called unibody, which is a unibody frame, which it just means another snazzy, misleading word for a big frame called a body. A one single frame, unibody frame, that's like everywhere. And on that frame, the thing that the pinch welds come out of is just a part of the unibody. The flat piece of metal that they're attached to is just one big piece of metal, which is just one part of a giant unibody that's all over the whole back of the entire car. And if the pinch weld gets flattened by accident and the jack is still underneath it, it's still holding up the structural part of the car. It's not attached to something else. It's not welded to all the different rumors I heard, welded to this, welded to that, welded to the floor panel, welded to the frame, some other frame panel beside the door, and so on, etc. Turns out that that very thing that this pinch weld is attached to, or two parts of, is just one piece of metal that's something like a frame or a chassis that you're lifting up the car by, only it's a stronger part of the frame. And then there's all these rumors about lifting it up by the most illogical point at the bottom of the pinch weld, so on, etc. But beneath that pinch weld is the unibody frame, and if the pinch weld gets screwed up but the jack is still there, you're still on that part of the unibody frame that picks up the car. Such a well-kept secret. Oh well, I had to make another video for some reason. I had to delete a couple other videos. That's it, done.